Are you interested in learning AI but don't know where to start? In this video, I'll be sharing with you a roadmap to help you expand your AI skill set even if you don't have any background in machine learning, mathematics, statistics, or programming. First, let's talk about why you should learn AI. AI has been around since the 1950s, but the AI we talk about today is generative AI, which can write codes, generate stunning images, write music, diagnose rare conditions, and much more. Companies are looking into implementing AI solutions to solve their specific problems, and if you have the knowledge and know-how to build things with AI, you can create a huge impact. Even if you don't build things yourself, the knowledge can help you avoid misunderstandings and misinformation. So let's get started with the roadmap. When it comes to learning AI, there's no one-size-fits-all roadmap. You might have seen a lot of low-code or no-code tools that can help you get started with AI and even develop things like an AI chatbot. While these tools can be helpful, they might feel like a little bit of a black box and might not be flexible enough to customize things or be reliable and scalable for your specific use case. That's why I recommend having a solid understanding of how things work from the ground up. On the fundamental level, you want to learn the basics of programming. Python is one of, if not the most, used programming languages for machine learning, deep learning, and AI. Some coding knowledge in Python is essential for working with Python. You can use several IDE like Visual Studio Code or Jupyter Notebook to start learning Python. If you've never coded in Python before, make sure to at least get yourself familiar with the 4 basics of Python: data types and operations, data structures, conditionals, loops and functions, and object-oriented programming. When learning Python, the most essential libraries to learn are NumPy for computing and working with numerical data, Pandas for wrangling table data or data frames, and Matplotlib for data visualization. SpaCy is a popular library for basic text processing functionalities, and LangChain is a very useful library to learn to develop multiple applications on top of large language models. There are so many open source libraries that you can use to develop almost anything you want. The next thing I'd recommend you learn is Git version control. Git is an open source software for tracking changes in your project, basically managing versions of your project. Version control is essential when you're collaborating with other people in a large or complex project. GitHub is a hosting platform for Git repositories, so you can share your project with other people across the internet and contribute to other people's projects. Another essential thing to learn in your AI journey is using API. Knowing how to use API is a magical skill that opens up a whole new world of possibilities. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and it's a way for computer programs to communicate with each other. Depending on the API, you can make a request for data or for model prediction. In the case of ChatGPT, without knowing how to use the API, you'll be limited to the chat interface on the OpenAI website. But with the API, you can develop your own tool and integrate the AI model into your current system. On to the next level, we are concerned with the theoretical fundamentals of AI. I recommend you at least get some high-level theoretical understanding of AI and its subfields, such as machine learning, neural networks, and deep learning. Optionally, you can also learn about computer vision, natural language processing, and reinforcement learning. Traditional machine learning algorithms mostly fall into either supervised learning or unsupervised learning, and they only work for tabular data. Deep learning, on the other hand, works incredibly well for unstructured data like text and images. For neural networks, you want to understand the main concepts such as forward propagation, backpropagation, gradient descent algorithm and how weights are updated in the network. No matter what you're learning or where you're on this journey, you can build relevant projects to get your hands dirty and experiment with things. This will help you connect the dots and challenge your own understanding. For example, if you're learning Python, you can build your first neural network in Python using TensorFlow or Keras library. If it's too high level, you can try to write a neural network and implement gradient descent from scratch with NumPy. When you're learning the theories, a real-world project would be to pick one specific concept you find interesting and write a blog post or make a video on it. This will help you understand the concept deeper and help other people too. The next thing I'd recommend is to develop mental models around AI and perhaps specialize in a certain area within AI if you want to. Reading books about AI is a great way to go through the noise on social media and get a more well-rounded background of AI. This also equips you with the right frameworks and tools to reason and interpret things that you see or hear about AI today. You can also find my AI book list in the roadmap. Personally, I also find it crazy how much important stuff around AI is not talked about more widely on mainstream media. There are many topics around AI that don't make headlines, for example, advanced prompt engineering methods, AI security and hacking, AI safety research, and AI regulations. If you're interested in laws in Europe, the EU AI Act is one of the big things that are coming to regulate the use of AI. We are still in very early days of AI, and we don't know how things will turn out in the next few years. But one thing we know for sure is that things are changing faster and faster. The only way to keep up is to continuously learn. So make sure to follow some newsletters like the Gradient by Paperspace to get informed about some important AI developments. Medium is also where I often find really useful articles. I sometimes dive into research papers as well to learn about some new cool research. My friend Sophia Young has an awesome channel where she breaks down all the cool research around AI, so make sure to check out her channel if you like this stuff.